Yo, welcome back to Winning Ways with Fred. My name is Federico and I am your host. Guys, super excited for today's show. Talking about sports, NFL playoffs, and in the near future and moving forward, you're going to have episodes about sports. If you don't know, I run a sports page called AF Sports. Started it 5 years ago as a hobby, giving sports picks out for free. Then I started charging. Next thing you know, it's a full-on business, 7-figure business with employees and growing. I took a shot at something I'm passionate about, not thinking it was really going to work out, and it did. I give a huge shout out and thank you to Tony Robbins and Gary Vee. They're the ones that opened my eyes to all of this. I went to an event, a seminar for free in Orlando. Probably one of my first events ever too. From there on, I've been going to seminars every single year. But they mentioned how in order to succeed, or one of the ways to really succeed in the near future, which is now, is to have a social media presence, an online presence, a page to sell a service. You're always one chapter ahead of somebody, whether you believe it or not. And you can sell a service and teach them and help them, right? Now, enough of that. We're going to talk about sports. NFL Divisional matchups this weekend. Very exciting ones. Jaguars against the Chiefs. Giants against the Eagles. Bills against the Bengals. Lines are open, and we are excited. We've been analyzing this already for the last 12 hours. We don't do our full analysis, and we don't send out picks the day of because we like to see every little detail. There's a lot that goes into it, not just lines, not just players, not just weather. Every little detail matters to us, even seeing how much money goes into each game, the total, what percentage goes into each side. I like to see every little detail before sending a play out. And that's sometimes an issue for some of my clients because they want to play right away or 24 hours earlier. And it's not a thing. What if an injury happens and you place the bet? You rather wait and see the full lineup, full lines before placing your bet. That's how we roll, right? But let's dive into the matchups. Jaguars, Chiefs, 8.5 Chiefs at home, their favorite, obviously. What a game by the Jaguars. What a comeback. Side note, Chargers coach needs to get fired. You can't blow a 27-0 lead in the playoffs like that. It's just unacceptable. The guy's been making iffy calls all year, and now this, I feel like it's the time to let him go. With that said, though, Jaguars, hell of a second half. Trevor Lawrence really picked it up. He seemed a little nervous in the first quarter, but after those 3 interceptions, the guy decided to start showing up and playing like Tom Brady, even better than Tom Brady. Now they're going to the Chiefs. They're going to Arrowhead, cold, playoff atmosphere. Chiefs on a bye week because they won the division. It's a tough game. 8.5, I believe, is a right line. I do think it might be a little lower, if believe it or not. I know Jaguars have momentum. They won 6 in a row, and they're coming in hot to this game. But the Chiefs at home are a different animal, and their defense is fully healthy, pretty much fully healthy. Andy Reid is going to make sure that Trevor Lawrence trembles in the pocket. Have you noticed how when you watch Trevor Lawrence play, great quarterback. I think he's going to be a phenomenal quarterback long term. But if you look at him, if you apply pressure, if the pressure gets to him a couple times, he starts shitting the bed. He starts getting nervous, kind of like Derek Carr. Derek Carr's another player like that if he gets hit too much, he starts getting nervous and stops making those accurate throws. So I believe that's going to happen. 8.5, I think it's a good line. As of now, this is not a pick. This is not final, but I think Chiefs cover that. Again, to get our final plays and everything that we send out, you got to join the team. This is just an analysis from Monday. It could change. It has changed before. It changes quite often, really. So don't take this to the heart. I'm just giving you a little preview of what I'm seeing right now. So let's go on to game 2. Giants against the Eagles. -7 line. I think it pushed up to 7.5 this morning. That's a key number. Going to 7.5 from 7. Usually teams win by touchdowns or a spread of 3. A field goal or a touchdown. That's the number that you got to look out for in football. So it opened at 7. They pushed up to 7.5. I have to see a little further, but I do believe action's coming big on the Giants, especially after that last game they played. Daniel Jones, wow, he's coming together and playing like a stud. The Giants are starting to look smart for that pick. Everybody judged them for picking Daniel Jones 5th. And now look at him. Hell of a game yesterday, using his legs, accurate throws. Barkley's balling. Slayton's balling. Their defense is playing really well. I love their coach, how aggressive he is, how he sticks to his system. And I like the Giants, guys. I know action's coming in on them. I do like them to keep this close, especially if they show up how they played last game. Obviously, the Eagles' defense and playing in Philadelphia is a different animal. It's a divisional match, though. So they're both going to come in excited to play that game. But I could see the Giants pulling this one off, especially if they play how they played the last 2 games. Now, To me, this is the game of the weekend. Obviously, it's Monday for me, so I still don't know the Cowboys-Bucks matchup, the results. So we're not going to do that one. But the last matchup to me for today is the most exciting one. Bengals against the Bills, Allen against Burrow, Jamar Chase against Diggs. Great defenses, two up-and-coming quarterbacks, two quarterbacks that are the faces of the league, along Mahomes and a couple others. Great game. Line open up at -4. Buffalo, in Buffalo. Most action, and you know it's going to come on the Bengals. I know last game they had a bit of a slowdown against the Ravens, but that Ravens defense is legit. Had Lamar Jackson played, the Ravens would have beat the Bengals. But they had the other quarterback, their backup, a couple mistakes, let them down. But Burrow against Josh Allen is going to be a hell of a matchup. -4. I have no opinion on that just yet. Just off the top of my head, I'd go with the Bengals +4. But that line, to me, I got to analyze it a little more. I got to look into what my algorithms are giving me. -4 at home, Buffalo Bengals should cover that. But I don't like how high they opened that line. I really don't. Now, just a couple things I look at right away when I look at a matchup. A couple of things is how the teams have done against each other. You look at the Jaguars, the last 5 games against the Chiefs, they've gotten dominated. Every single game. The Chiefs are 5-0 against the Jaguars, and they should go 6-0. And that's a big thing to look at, especially considering how Vegas opens up the spreads. I really look at how they opened up the past game to this game, the differences. I analyze all these little details, but it's a good note to see and have that the Jaguars have not beaten the Chiefs in 5 games. Eagles and Giants, in the other hand, that's a little closer. The Eagles have won their last 3. The last one they won, I believe, by 6 or 7 points. But the Giants have competed well. I believe out of the last 4, they've won 1. And out of the 3 they lost, 2 of them were really close, like 6-7 point games. So that spread's in play. They have confidence going in after that big win against Minnesota yesterday. Big win. Buffalo against Bengals. The Buffalo Bills, let's be honest. Yes, they didn't show up. They didn't play the game that they should have played against the Dolphins. And they could have easily lost against the backup. And, well, they didn't. They got saved because Thompson threw a pick. I will blame the coaching staff of the Dolphins for that. Why would you throw the ball on a 3rd and 19 after your quarterback just got sacked, a rookie quarterback that's prone to make a mistake? That ended the game. The Dolphins could have won that game, but they didn't because of a bad call. It happens. Great season. You move on. You need to get a new quarterback. Tua's not your guy. After not playing these last 3 games, I think Tua's done. Personally. Now, looking at the matchups between the Bengals and the Bills, the last 5, Bengals have won 3 of the last 2. The ones that the Bills have won have been by 4 points. You can see why Vegas opened the line like that. Playoffs at home, -4. They've won at home by 4 points. Look, Joe Burrow to me is the next big thing. Personally, I think he's going to be bigger than Mahomes. I think he's going to be bigger than Josh Allen. I think this guy just has a different mentality. He has that alpha, that I'm going to beat your ass mentality. Not saying those others don't, but he just carries that a little more. I feel like he studies the game more. He's ready for the game. He makes the right throws at the right time. He doesn't force plays. And so I see this game being a little closer. We'll see what happens. Guys, 21 out of the last 26 weeks have been winning weeks. 3 winning weeks in a row for my team. We have profited over 100 units this year already. Yes, already. That's over 25% returns this year already. We had a hiccup Saturday. We lost with the Seahawks, and we had the Seahawks teased with the Jaguars. We had the Seahawks up to 16.5, and we lost in the last second because they didn't convert a 2-point conversion. Regardless, huge Sunday. We had the Ravens +9 as their $10,000 play. We had the Dolphins +14 as their $5,000 play. We won the week. Not the profits we wanted in terms of how big they were. There were small profits on the week, but we ended it green, and that's the important part. Small, consistent gains is the name of the game. Some weeks will be huge. Some weeks will be smaller. It's part of the game. You can't win 100% returns every single week. We post our results every day. Our tickets are up every day. I can show you our Discord with over 1,000 members. We continue growing year by year for a reason. So if you're interested in joining the team, go ahead and shoot us a DM to my page. My team will message you back. We do a big sale for first timers. 50% off your first pass if it's your first time with us. So if you're looking to do that, hop on. If not, just tail my plays on Twitter or on Telegram, where I sometimes post them for free. And start catching the podcast. I'm going to start diving deep into the games, analyzing them and breaking them down for you guys. I feel like that's a little beneficial for all of you guys, especially my clients or people that are looking to hop on. With that said, guys, thank you for catching the show. Please share the show. It's the only way I'm going to grow it. Haven't ran ads. Don't really plan on running ads just yet. And that's the way we're going to grow the show, via word of mouth. If you share it, if you found it valuable, if you found it funny, or if you like sports, share it. Give it a listen. Give it a 5-star if you thought it was good. If not, then don't. It's all good. Now, guys, let's crush this NFL playoffs. Enjoy the week and see you guys next time.